You know, one of the numbers that keeps on occurring over and over again is this value pi, 3.14 blah blah blah, going on forever. And it's described by some people, mathematicians specifically, as being irrational. Now, in a mathematical sense, that just means that it can't be expressed as a ratio of one number, let's say 22 over 7. The ratio is close to to pi, but it's not exactly pi. Pi goes on forever and ever and never fully resolves. And so since it cannot be expressed as a ratio, it's described as being irrational. But of course, there's another meaning for irrational, which means unreasonable or crazy or kooky or out of place. And as someone who's been described as all of those things over the years, I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute, pi keeps on cropping up everywhere. How can it be irrational? Maybe that's just a localized prejudice or a bias against pi. Maybe pi is the rational one, right? You know, everybody's out of step except pi. Anyway, that sort of stuck with me for a while, and it led me down a rabbit hole into thinking about how do we evaluate the character of a number. What is its numerality? The thing that makes 3, 3, or 2, 2, or 27, 27, or pi, pi. What is it that describes the character of a number? And the identity of a number, which is not always the same thing. I mean, as a parent, sometimes I'm a parent, sometimes I'm a student, sometimes I'm a friend. My identity doesn't change, but my character, my representation might change from time to time. Maybe that's another way of looking at the pi and all other numbers. So numerality, which is a pretty uncommon word, it's a real word, but it's not that commonly used, describes the numberness, the numberhood, if you will. What if a person has personhood, numbers have numberhood? What is it that makes a number a number? Does it persist across all dimensions? Is it a universal idea? Or is it something that's really super localized? And I think, in fact, I strongly suspect there are some interesting things to be discovered about numbers by taking a slightly broader view of things, maybe being a little bit more inclusive about things like the square root of -1 or the square root of 2 or Euler's identity or E or, there's more than one of them, but pi is the most famous one. So what is it about that makes us think they're irrational when they persist seemingly so universally?